First things first.
Black Stallion back again, still 6 feet 1 of absolute excellency. Hashtag BHM. Hope you not eating that Chinese food yuck again, but I listen you still cool or whatever. Shout out best mod drippy yes risky. Anyway, ready for you dumbass to lose to me, eh?
Anyways, let's get back to the nitty gritty. Pull up. In a real life fight, King Kong came to Earth, Godzilla came to Earth. Who would win? No plot armor involved. I just got to see where my chat's mind is at, like using straight brain power. Let me see who wins. No, all fanboyism aside. Who wins? Be real with yourself. Okay. Okay. Y'all, I see. Okay. So y'all got some brains on you. Okay. So at least there's brain. Okay. Y'all got some brains, bro. Y'all got some brain. 78% says Godzilla. Okay. So as long. Okay. As long as y'all got it, cause I can't argue with people that don't got a brain. Godzilla is literally bigger, stronger, has more weapons to himself. Literally is a nuke and a self EMP, and Godzilla is and King Kong is like like, bruh, come on, bruh. Do you see the nigga Godzilla got to fight, bruh? King Ghidorah, you fighting dragons with 3 heads and shit. What would King Kong do to a fucking like nigga gonna ride on that motherfucker? Say yip. Like, let's be realistic, bro. But this is for entertainment. This is for entertainment though, so they gotta make it calm. They gotta get some plot armor and shit. Gotta give the nigga a chance, cause everybody we all love King Kong. He dope as fuck, but like he just shouldn't be fighting this nigga. Like, you just shouldn't.
Godzilla and Kong go head to head. In this video,
like, what the fuck would he do if you use dragon breath? Like what would he? He would literally burn. What would he do
when Godzilla and Kong go head to head? In this video, we will go down to the hard stats and compare these two monsters to have a better idea of who has a higher chance of being the ultimate winner. We will explore intelligence, strength, agility, psychology, and much more that could determine the outcome of this epic battle. So make sure to stick with us to the very end as we put Godzilla.
Hopefully these niggas have a brain. Please don't tell me to watch this shit to get me triggered, bro.
And Kong to the test to determine who could be the next king of the monsters.
And I never really gave a fuck that much about God. I always liked Kong.
This is a sensitive topic.
Come on, bro. Use your brain.
Godzilla and Kong have both given us evidence of higher than normal levels of intelligence, at least when compared to other extant creatures.
Okay.
There are some clues that we can gather to determine who has the edge when it comes to battle intelligence.
Okay.
Over the course of many years, Godzilla has...
What would Kong do to this motherfucker right here? Tell me, throw a fucking rock at the nigga? Shit in his hand and throw it? Start climbing on a nigga? Come on, bruh. Y'all see monkey and gorilla and just think, oh my god, like y'all think a gorilla would beat like a bear, bro? Or like, bruh. There's something about gorilla. They're cool as fuck, right? But there's something about it that makes some of y'all think illogical, like not logical, bruh. Gorilla's not out here kung fuing and shit.
On his back with no agility and he's slow. Kong smarter, quicker, and actually got arms. And he got the battle axe to use against the atomic breath.
Alright, so you said Kong is smarter, quicker, and actually got on. Do you understand? It doesn't really matter when you're this big. Being quick to a certain extent literally does almost nothing to you. He's not outrunning, out dodging that fucking hyper beam. He's not.
Acquired enough battle experience to effectively counter
jump over the
any
motherfucker?
incoming attack with its well-defined arsenal of weapons. This is thanks to Godzilla's advanced capability of picking up on enemy attack patterns. In 2014, we see that after being flanked many times by the male Muto, Godzilla uses a tail swipe maneuver against it, sending him crashing into a building. In 2019, we see that Godzilla figured out how to more...
You understand that they literally had to give Kong a weapon that is part of Godzilla. They had to give that nigga a Muto leg and a Godzilla scale so he wouldn't get fucked up, bro. You understand that, right? You understand that?
Rage, I guarantee Kwame Brown could break
Effectively
you off.
Fight Ghidorah
Okay.
and determine the appropriate time and place to attack. While not having exactly as much experience as Godzilla, Kong displays a different type of intelligence. In the natural world, we see
I
that
like seeing
animals
Kong
that
fight,
make
though.
the
It's
use
raw.
of tools are normally
I'd
creatures
rather
with
watch
higher brain to
Kong
body
fight,
ratios.
though, over Godzilla, 'cause more-
Similarly,
I like it
Kong
more.
uses both terrain
more-
and tools to accomplish
It just
complex
looks cooler.
tasks. While you could argue that Godzilla
seeing Godzilla
doesn't
fight is
necessarily
cool
need
too,
to use
but oh my
tools,
God.
it does take some amount of intelligence to learn to effectively use handheld weaponry. If we place both Godzilla's and Kong's skulls side by side, we could probably get a better idea of their levels of intelligence. We see that according to how their skulls are shaped, the brain-to-body size ratio seems to significantly favor Kong. And since brain-to-body ratio is a relatively fair indicator of intelligence, it's safe to say that Kong has a slight advantage over Godzilla, at least in overall
So
intelligence.
you dumbass.
But in the battlefield, Godzilla has an advantage over Kong in combat tactics. Therefore, in this category, both Godzilla and Kong come equal in battlefield critical thinking and intelligence.
Okay.
Intimidation.
Nigga, I hear Godzilla's. Oh my God, that Godzilla! I ain't gonna lie, that was the best fucking part. Oh my God.
Godzilla versus Kong is like the Beast Titan versus the Cart Titan. Godzilla is gonna
Bruh!
bum bitch.
Like, imagine the. Hey, good. Okay. But it's kind of. But look, listen, bro. Godzilla's yell, bro. Oh my God, hearing that shit at the end of those trailers when the movies used to first drop. Oh my God, that roar.
This scene gives us a better idea of how Godzilla uses its dorsal plates to act as an intimidation display to other titans. This display is usually followed by an extremely loud roar that could shatter smaller creatures. Now, in this round, we will also take into account the fact that Godzilla has never taken a step backward when faced with an opponent. Even after losing a fight, Godzilla will always fall back to battle position. A creature acting like this will
Nigga,
inflict
raw as
morale
fuck,
shocks
boy.
to even the strongest of titans. In the
Yeah.
real world, gorillas use chest pounding as an act of intimidation towards
Yeah.
other hostile creatures. Similarly, Kong would use this same method to try to intimidate any other titans, including
That's
Godzilla.
Caesar Daddy, boy.
But taking into account that Godzilla has faced more intimidating displays in the past, it is very likely that some mere chest pounding won't make Godzilla think twice before attacking. Even though both titans are intimidating, Godzilla takes the edge for being less likely to be fearful of the opponent while displaying slightly more intimidating behavior himself.
You know what I'm saying?
Aggressiveness. By looking at the footage of how Godzilla kills its opponents,
Bruh.
it's evident that Godzilla was hardwired
Bro, this
to
was so
display raw
fucking. Look at this shit.
brutality.
What
These
the fuck
executions-
do you do against that?
Godzilla was
has zero lateral quickness. King would just run around him.
This nigga, y'all, these niggas think this is basketball, bro. But look,
hardwired to display raw brutality. These execution-style finishers could imply that Godzilla used these deceased titans as an example to other titans who dared challenge his status as king. Godzilla's style of combat is to inflict but also be able to soak in tremendous amounts of damage. This style of fighting can be compared to a berserker, an ancient and extremely violent warrior class known for inflicting huge morale shocks to opposing troops while being able to withstand tons of damage himself. While Godzilla's combat style is synonymous with brute force, Kong seems to take a more strategic approach to combat. When seeing how Kong took on Romeric in 1973, we can conclude that Kong fights with
I like
more
watching
finesse,
Kong fights.
unlike Godzilla, who would grab and break the closest body part to him. Aggressiveness is also a psychological factor that would impact morale, and given that Kong does not fight with the aggressive approach as his opponent, Godzilla takes the edge on aggressiveness in this round. A more controlled
this shit
approach
about to be
to
a
combat,
blowout.
however, might give Kong the edge in another category.
yeah, probably.
Fight effectiveness. No Titan anatomy is complete without a menacing
Fight
jaw full of
effectiveness.
teeth.
Oh.
In this case, however, we are determining who has the most effective bite against the opposing Titan. Bite force is typically influenced by the geometry
I'm
of the
assuming
skull
Godzilla's
and size of
stronger,
the
but I
jaw
don't
closing
know.
muscles.
I don't know. I actually
By
don't know.
taking a look at the relative size and skull geometry,
I really
it
don't
is
know.
likely that the muscular and square shape of Godzilla's skull could inflict a stronger bite
God.
than Kong's. But Kong's bite force should not be underestimated. Gorillas have one of the strongest bite forces in the animal
my
kingdom,
God.
with some specimens capable of reaching 1,300 pounds per square inch. Just because
Bro,
one
it's about to
titan
be a
has the
blot,
stronger
bro.
bite does not mean that it's the most effective.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Kong has canine teeth that appear to be much longer than any of Godzilla's teeth.
Yeah.
This
they do.
means that even if Kong has a slightly weaker bite, its force will be concentrated in the smaller surface area at the tip of his sharp canines,
Yeah.
which makes him more likely to be able to pierce an opponent's hide with ease.
But going against each other though, bruh, it's just going against. Yeah, that's facts though. Look at his fucking look at these canines, my nigga. But going against each other though, if they're fighting the same opponent, yeah. But this nigga is do you know what this nigga's skin is, my nigga?
Which
You're not
makes
just
him more
piercing
likely to be able
Godzilla's
to
skin
pierce
like
an
that.
opponent's hide with ease.
But if they're going against a different opponent, yeah.
Although Godzilla has a stronger bite, Kong levels the stats with more bite pressure coming from his canines. Therefore,
sure.
for this round, both Godzilla and Kong stand equal in bite effectiveness. Arm strength. Both Godzilla and Kong have different fighting styles, which are aided by different parts of their corporal build. The use of forearms can vary between the titans. Godzilla's arms
Arm
are used
strength,
to
I'd
block,
probably
parry,
go
and even hold an
Godzilla,
opponent
right?
in place while he
I mean,
uses its
Kong,
strong jaws
right?
as a main weapon. These arms were even used to stop a 141,000-ton titan dead on its tracks.
Oh,
Although
fucking
small in
hell.
comparison to its body, these arms are by no means useless. Kong, on the other hand, uses
I
them
didn't-
as
you
its
seen
main
that
weapon
shockwave?
of choice.
Yeah, that's
As
what I'm saying.
discussed earlier, Kong fights with more finesse than its opponent. Similar to a wrestler, Kong uses his arms to hold back an oncoming attacker and for destructive punches. In the real world,
Godzilla
gorillas
got baby
are pound
hands?
for pound the
Baby
fourth
hands compared to
strongest
his
animal
body.
in the world.
His arms are
capable of
big as
carrying
fuck.
up to 10 times their own body weight. This
But
is
yeah.
due to the massive amounts of muscle concentrations
I
in
might
the
got
upper torso
Kong's arm
and
strength here,
arms.
right?
Knowing this, it's likely that Kong could be able to lift Godzilla while being only a fraction of his opponent's weight. So who has the strongest arm strength?
I give it a Kong.
If we compare both arms side to side, we see that Kong's arms are significantly larger than Godzilla's.
No, he's not saying that would happen, like lifting up by one. But if he could, he's saying Kong is like strong enough. His arm strength is strong enough to don't like. He's not gonna lift him up by one hand and hold him up in it. Not like that. He's just giving like he's just trying to let you know.
And by applying our recently acquired knowledge about gorillas, Kong takes the edge when it comes to superior arm strength in this battle.
Yeah, I'll give it a Kong there.
Battle dexterity. We are now about to discuss one of the most underestimated attributes that you can have in battle. This attribute is dexterity. Before we begin this section, take a moment to appreciate that you, a human being, are the only specimen on Earth that can effectively throw something, aim, and hit the target. Maybe. Godzilla. Although we have seen that he does use his hands for combat, he does not necessarily use them to throw things. Apart from understanding how to use local objects as weapons, Kong seems to be able to wield objects with outstanding precision.
For sure.
No other titan in the MonsterVerse has been seen spearing a moving target with a palm tree or using a propeller
Kong
as
was
a
on
ball
time.
and chain.
That boy
This
got
is without
yeah.
mentioning the fact that Kong
got
can
that.
even craft his own weapons. It's imperative to note that these are supposed to be exclusively human abilities, but for some unknown reason can be found within the Kong species.
For sure, for sure.
In the coming battle, Kong holds the edge for battle dexterity,
For sure,
an
for sure.
ability that is hard to master, even for most humans. Leg strength. We are now moving down to the
leg
source
strength,
of stability.
leg strength.
By looking closely at images
Oh, I
of
wouldn't
Godzilla,
know.
we
That's
see
tough.
that his legs are built to
Oh, yeah,
withstand
that might-
an enormous amount of weight. In the graphic
this go to
novel
Godzilla
Godzilla
here?
Aftershock, we see that Godzilla was able to carry Titanus Jinshinmushi on his back.
It's gotta go
A
Godzilla
titan
here,
that
right?
weighed 50%
Them thick-ass
more than
thighs.
Godzilla. Apart from being able to carry thousands of additional tons in weight, these legs can inflict lethal amounts of pressure on a
Holy
victim.
fuck.
If Kong finds himself unlucky enough to be under Godzilla's foot, he will most likely suffer the same fate as Titanus Jinshinmushi and
Jesus
Ghidorah, who were
Christ.
both literally stomped by Godzilla.
Jesus,
Kong, on the other
fuck.
hand, might not have had the same damaging power as Godzilla, but his legs could still carry almost the same weight. Remember that this Titan will most likely be capable of carrying Godzilla, thanks to its impressive muscular build. In conclusion, although both these titans can carry massive amounts of weight, Godzilla uses them as a weapon and lethal finisher to kill off titans, giving him the edge on leg strength.
Them joints thick as fuck,
Agility.
boy.
Both
Okay, that's a
Godzilla
blowout.
and Kong have proven to be agile combatants against any
Nah,
opponent.
that's going to King Kong
Godzilla's
there.
massive size allows him to charge at an opposing
That's
titan
going to
with
Kong.
tremendous amounts of force. This amount of impact force, however, comes at a price.
That's going to
A massive
Kong.
titan such as Godzilla relies on a massive tail to act as a counterweight when changing directions. If an opponent changes lanes on Godzilla's line of attack, Godzilla would most likely struggle to change direction quickly. Because Kong is most likely lighter than Godzilla, he does not require a tail to aid in change of direction. Unlike his opponent, he is capable of
That's
leaping
going
on
straight
or
to
from high
dick
places,
size.
bringing a new axis to the battlefield. This will
Dick
serve to Kong's
size.
advantage when facing Godzilla's most lethal weapon. In this round, the edge goes to Kong for being
sure.
built to be more agile than his bulky opponent Godzilla.
For sure.
But is Kong faster?
Oh,
The
fuck.
film Godzilla King of
I
the
mean, in
Monsters
water, Godzilla
provides us
fast
with
as
a perfect
fuck,
shot
but-
of Godzilla's top speed on land.
Actually didn't even see
By
King of the Monsters
analyzing
yet, bro.
this footage, we see that Godzilla can run
This nigga
speeds
fast
of up
as
to
fuck.
350 miles per hour. How does this compare to Kong? We do know that Kong is significantly more agile than Godzilla on land because of its presumed lower weight. Given that this creature has a more human-like build, we can assume that it's possible that Kong might reach higher running speeds than Godzilla, at least on land. But let's not forget that Godzilla can also swim. The fact that Godzilla can move faster than Kong on water evens out Godzilla's slight disadvantage on land, making this another draw in battle attributes. The next question to come to mind, however,
Can
is
Kong
could
swim?
terrain work in favor of any of these titans?
Dick.
Terrain compatibility.
Okay,
In
that
the
obviously
upcoming
goes
Godzilla
to-
vs. Kong film, we will see these titans battle in many different types of terrain.
That
So
obviously-
far,
that
it
goes
has
to
been
Godzilla,
confirmed that Kong is
probably.
acquainted with two totally different biomes, Skull Island and the Hollow Earth. Skull Island is full of rocky structures and mountains that are just as tall as modern buildings.
Oh.
So it is possible that these natural structures could benefit him when facing Godzilla in an urban location.
Facts.
Godzilla, on the other hand, has fought other titans in all types of settings, such as glaciers, cityscapes, and even oceans. And by knowing its superior fighting capability undersea, it is likely that Godzilla
niggas-
will exploit this watery arena and use it against
Yeah,
Kong.
he benefits more in the water.
Because
Then
he
it
has
comes to
experience
land
fighting
at a
in more
disadvantage,
diverse
be
settings,
whooping niggas'
including
asses.
under the ocean. Godzilla takes the edge when it comes to terrain compatibility. We are now getting to the interesting part.
Okay, what's
Special
interesting?
abilities.
Okay,
In the
obviously that goes to
Monsterverse,
fucking.
a special ability can be defined as a biological
Oh,
attribute
brother.
or weapon that gives a Titan a significant edge over an opponent. Which Titan has the most widely known special ability?
Okay, obviously.
That's right, Godzilla. His atomic breath is a radioactive mixture of explosive
That shit's a
superheated
nuke.
death, which he uses to knock back other Titans while inflicting serious damage. Apart from his atomic breath, Godzilla also possesses a last resort ability known as a nuclear pulse. In the 2019 film, we see that Godzilla
What
reached
the
its
fuck would
thermonuclear
it-
state thanks to
Like, my
Mothra's
nigga, what would you
But the pulse
do?
itself was not totally dependent on Mothra. How? If we look back at Godzilla Aftershock,
Like, what do you do to that? You can't do
we see
shit to
that
that.
Godzilla used this same ability on Muto Prime with devastating effects. That is, with much less damage than it did in 2019. The best thing Kong can do in this situation is find a place to hide. Edge, Godzilla. No kaiju fight analysis can be completed
Give
without
up.
an X factor.
X factor.
Godzilla has shown time and time again
Okay.
that his species can prevail even in the face of adversity. The fact that there are other titans hardwired to kill Godzilla species is enough to state that Godzilla is a battle-hardened creature who has not shown fear against any titan. For Godzilla, it has always been about fight or die. While growing to adulthood, Kong managed to survive in close proximity to hyper-aggressive creatures that wiped out his own kind. It is possible that at times Kong would have acknowledged when the odds were not in his favor and retreat to fight another day. For Kong, it has always been about survival. it is time to reveal which of these two titans is more likely to win based on hard stats. Kong wins the edge on arm strength, dexterity, and agility. Godzilla takes the edge on intimidation, aggressiveness, leg strength, terrain compatibility, and special biological power-ups. Both of these titans, however, are neck and neck when it comes to intelligence, fight effectiveness, and overall speed. By compiling all of our results, we see that Godzilla has a higher chance of defeating Kong in a 1 versus 1 battle. Although Kong is slightly more agile, Godzilla is simply too difficult to bring down without the use of any special abilities. Knowing this, if for whatever reason Godzilla did not have its special abilities, it is likely that he could have succumbed to Kong on land. Another scenario to take in mind is if this battle took place close to a large body of water. Godzilla would have taken advantage of this situation and defeated Kong even without the use of its special abilities, similar to what happened to Ghidorah. Although Godzilla seems to be the strongest titan according to hard stats, there is no guarantee that this will be the outcome in the film. Do you think the outcome will be different?
No, this plot, yeah, it's gonna be different. This
analysis? Let us know what you think
and then
in the
just gonna end up fighting fucking...
For more fun information on your favorite kaiju, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
The plot armor gonna be tough as fuck. Hey, look, I know y'all upset. I know y'all upset. I know a lot of y'all upset, you know what I'm saying?